Hi there, I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and it's another sesh for Taurus. Taurus. So, excuse me. This spread is for what's in store for 2024. It's mostly Oracle, a little bit of Tarot, but it's unique. This is going to be I can't even talk. This is going to kind of be a like a oversight, like a premonition, projection video for all of 2024, all in one fell swoop, right? It's very closely related to my 2024 predictions for individuals, where it's broken down month by month. And with that reading, you get 6 different cards. It's Moonology all the way down, and you get readings for every single month. That reading is $150. My clients have loved it. If you're interested in doing that, that reading is open through the end of January, and you can connect with me. I've got all of my information in the description below this video. But for this reading, we're also including the celestial bodies. And so let's get started on that, Taurus. So the song of the day, when I was getting your cards together during the pre-shuffle, it's a song called When I Get There by Big Wild. And the crazy thing about this song is that it's all instrumental. There's like, you hear words being said, but it's like ambient, ambient sound, and it's hard to explain, but you hear like California, and it's so hard to explain. You got to listen to the song, but it like really pumps you up. And for me, the feeling that I get off of this song is, and the song is called When I Get There. It's like pumping you up for that next step in the journey, the next step in the process. For some people, it could be going like to California. And as I say that, I'm looking at this beautiful picture of like a beach and a cliff, and so you may be going to California, or wanting to go to California, or taking a trip or something to the West Coast. It's only for some of you, not all of you. Sorry about that. Okay, so, but it doesn't matter if it's California or not. Like, it's just when you get there, it's like the next step in your process, the next step in your journey. What are your goals? What are the things that you're wanting to accomplish and do in 2024 when you get there? Oh, okay. So underneath the deck, we've got Capricorn. Interesting, because we are in Capricorn season right now as I do this reading. But also, and it's funny, I just did the Capricorn reading too. You may have Capricorn somewhere strong in your chart, or be dealing with somebody who does. But I really do feel like this is because we are in Capricorn right now, it's the beginning of 2023 as we go into it's the beginning of 2024. We're leaving 2023, going into 2024, and this is Capricorn season. So I feel like maybe there's something significant that happens this time, or around this time, where you're thinking about, what's next, when I get there, etc. And the moon plays a big role in your 2024. Now, what's interesting is in this deck, they name all of the specific moons, full moon, waning moon, dark moon. This is just moon. So, the way that I read this card is, during 2024, you're going to want to pay attention to the moon cycles, all the moon cycles. Just pay more attention to the moon. Also, look in your natal chart, your birth chart, to see what your moon sign is. You may want to start paying more attention to your moon sign throughout 2024 versus just your sun sign, which is Capricorn. And that's why, I'm sorry, not Capricorn. I was looking at this card, which is Taurus, which is obviously why you're here watching this reading, right? So, but when you're looking at your natal chart, look and see if you've got Capricorn in your chart too, because that could be why that's there as well. but the moon will play a significant role in your year. So speaking of moons, we've got the Moonology manifestation oracles. Let's see how this all ties in together, shall we? Something about Capricorn, which I feel like is also very similar to Taurus energy. They're hustlers. They're really good at making money, being on their grind. And I feel like Taurus, you are too, because you guys are all about stability. You like stable foundations. You typically do really well for yourself. And Capricorns are much like that too. Are we really? My cat's got the zoomies right now, so if you hear weird sounds, that's him. Okay, so this is really, really cool. Underneath the deck, energy going into 2024 is the last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself. I feel like many of you have been on a journey. And, especially in this last year of the last year of 2023. And, it's been tough. You probably felt like you were going it alone, taught you a ton of independence, a lot of lessons learned, but those lessons become the blessings. And that's why you need to be proud of yourself, because you're like ions ahead of everybody else. Whether or not it feels like it, you may feel like you're still struggling and trying to pull yourself out of a hole. But be proud of yourself because you've accomplished a lot. You've what's the word? You've gained a lot of traction and covered a lot of ground. Top of the deck, new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. So you could have Aquarius somewhere strong in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does. But the message for you for 2024 is open up to change. And that's because you've been so dead set in your ways, working hard to, accomplish what it is that you've been working on, whether it's relationships, career, work, projects, school, those types of things. You get set in your ways. You get used to a schedule. You get used to the things that you're doing in order to accomplish your things. But now you're embarking on this new journey, and I truly feel that. Because when you get there, it's like, what's next, right? Oh, I also wanted to mention that the EP, the title of the EP from that song, it's called Invincible. And that's the energy I feel that you have, Taurus. Like, you're the bull. Like, you can go through anything, but you're invincible. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. You've come a long way. But now that you're embarking on this new journey, be open to change. Be open to, what's next. And don't try to control it. So now let's pull some Herbcrafters Tarot. Love these cards because it's tarot. I'm only doing top and bottom. But they also incorporate important herbs or fruits or plants that you may want to incorporate, throughout your next year, 2024. And so it reads like an oracle too. That's why I like using them. What do we have for Taurus, please? For their higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity, for the greater good. One more. Okay. So the energy going into this, because I will be shuffling it out, is the Five of Water, Golden Seal. So this is 2023 energy, just so you know, because it's the energy going into 2024. But Five of Water talks about bittersweet. It's like, something that disappoints you, but also, still having much more up ahead in front of you. The Five of Cups is about disappointment, and in the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the image is a woman, and she's crying over 3 spilled cups. But what she's not looking at are 2 full cups right behind her. She just needs to turn around and see what she has left versus what she's lost, right? So for many of you, Also, by the way, 12:12 on the clock right now. It's not the real time. I have a clock that has the wrong time, but you might want to look up angel number 1212. I call this my don't crying over spilled milk card, because you need to look ahead at what you've got, what you still have going for you. And it's like when you get there. And what people don't realize is, you can still turn around and pick up those spilled over cups and fill them at a later time, but for now, focus on what you have and not what you've lost. It's been a hard year for a lot of people, but I feel like you've got a lot to look forward to. Also, now I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock too, so you might want to look up angel number 1, 2, 3, 4. Golden seal, by the way, is an herb that's over the counter. And then I'm not a medical professional. You can consult your medical professional if need be. But golden seal is one of those over-the-counter supplements that you can find at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, the Vitamin Shop. But it helps detoxify your body. So there could be a certain amount of detoxification that you want to maybe look into. Like do maybe like a detox as you go into the new year. And golden seal could be a beneficial part of that. What do we have for Taurus, please? What do we have for Taurus, please? Thank you. All right. So it's interesting. We'll do bottom of the deck first. Bottom of the deck, we've got Ace of Air. That's the Ace of Swords, and that's air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So again, you could have that strong in your chart somewhere or be dealing with somebody who does, but I feel like this is more you. The herb is called yarrow. Yarrow is another one of those herbs. It helps detoxify your system, but it's also really good to use like if you're feeling sick or ill. And it helps boost your immune system. But the Ace of Air, aces are gifts from the universe, and this is like a message of victory, a message of truth, and that truth can be like justified. The swords also are very close to or incorporate a lot of like law, legal type of energy. So it's like justice and karma. So I feel like you're going to be getting, learning a lot of things, learning how to use your voice, learning how to speak your truth, but getting, messages of victory this year, throughout the year. Then we've got another air sign. We've got the Knight of Air. It's the Adelita of Air, and that's oregano. Now, oregano is great. You can use oregano for everything. Medicinally, we're not doing this. My dog, he just went out. It's not lunchtime. Anyway, sorry. Oregano can be used like medicinally, but also, you can use it on pizza and in recipes and things like that. And it's got really, really fantastic spiritual properties. I suggest maybe you Google it, write down notes, and try to incorporate oregano wherever you can throughout the year for good luck. But the Adelita, the Knight of Air, is it's kind of like spy energy, and I'm not saying that you're being spied on. But I feel like there's going to be eyes on you. I feel like you're also going to be kind of, like, I don't want to say spying on the world, but it's like, I feel like the knights are also warriors, right? So they go out there with the gusto, and it's like, this is like messages being delivered to you, or wanting to deliver a message, or go out and seek the world and deliver truth and justice. So you could have like some kind of like a career or a job or a field of study in which you're doing that. Maybe you're like an advocate for an industry, or into politics or something like that. And if any of this resonates, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below and just like let me know how it does. But oregano. Definitely look into that. And this aces are fantastic energy. Like, it's like truth, justice, and also victory. So I feel like it's going to be a very powerful type of energy when you get there later this year. So for Magickal Spellcards, Taurus, let's see what you've got. Give me 1 second. Okay. What do we have for Taurus, please? Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got Harvest, number 43. I like this. Now, first off, the Harvest Moon is... it's like October or November time frame. It's in the fall, and that's when people are harvesting their crops and everything that they've grown from the summer. So this is telling me that, you're going to obviously, be embarking this first part of the year on this journey, whether it's just a new year, new career path, new relationship, like what we were talking about earlier, right? And by harvest time, you're really going to have something that you bring in. Harvesting the... sowing the reap, so what is it? You reap what you sow, and, harvesting all of the energy, all of the goodness that you've been growing, the seeds that you've planted, whatever it is. It can be in anything, metaphorically speaking. Now, 43, you could be dealing with somebody who's 43 or who will be 43. Also, 4 plus 3 is 7, and 7 is all about, defense and defending yourself, your morals, ethics, beliefs, but it's also about opportunity, having lots of opportunity, which can sometimes be overwhelming, right? But it's really having the world at your fingertips. And I know, Taurus, I've had several of your readings where we were talking about this, where it's like many of you are like working towards this new sense of freedom, which is, I believe, this new journey. So take it as it resonates. It can mean anything in your world, but I really feel, this bountiful, successful type of energy coming off of this. So Harvest says, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. So I love that. That is just absolutely gorgeous. Top of the deck. I love this too. Number 32, Confidence. And it's funny, the cards, they're not the same exact color, but they're very close, right? So, Confidence. By earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. So this is incorporating all of the elements, right? Telling me that you're a very balanced, very stable, very grounded individual. Most of you, right? That's what you're working towards. And this helps boost your confidence as a person. I'm now seeing 1221 on the clock, mirroring each other. So look at 1221, angel number. So speaking of numbers, though, we've got 32. So somebody could be 32 years old. You could be dealing with someone who's 32 years old. But also 3 plus 2 equals 5. And 5s are about change of direction. And that's this new journey. You may even be taking a journey and going in a direction that you never thought that you would have gone towards or on. Like you may take like a job or a position or take a trip even, and something happens that just completely sets you on a new trajectory. You never know. I just saw the money card, so that's good. What is our Chakra Insight Oracle? What's in store for 2024 for Taurus, please? Chakra Insight Oracle. Okay, so underneath the deck, we've got card number 13. And I have to put my hand over the picture so I don't get like called out here on YouTube. But the card is Sexuality. Number 13. Openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. 13 in the tarot deck is actually the Death card, which is Scorpionic energy, but that also makes a lot of sense, being the sexuality card in this oracle deck, because Scorpio rules over the, I want to say it's the sacral chakra, but it's, your reproductive parts. And so Scorpio energy is very sexual. You could have Scorpio somewhere in your chart or be dealing with somebody who does. But the Death card is not necessarily about actual death, right? It's about transformation. And so it's like moving from old stagnant energy that's been laid to rest to blossoming into something new and new beginnings. And like I said earlier, like a new journey. So, this new part of you, you could open up to a new, newfound feelings of sexuality, openness, sharing, beauty, and honoring yourself. It's like, this doesn't, like, when I say the word sexuality, it doesn't have to be anything nasty or, over the top or anything like that, right? It can be beautiful and sacred, and, where it's about honoring yourself and conserving your energy versus just, throwing it away to anything. But just take it as it resonates, because everybody looks at, sexuality differently, right? And like I said, openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. So it's like the death of old ways. You're transforming into something new. And that's just like underlying energy as we go into 2024 with emotional balance, you guys. This is fantastic. I mean, like, sincerely fantastic. I love this. So it's card number 27. The 27th of any month could be significant for you or somebody that you're dealing with. But also 2 + 7 = 9. 9 energy is about like a wounded warrior. But with the wounded warrior energy, they're very wise, knowledgeable, lots of experience. They've been through the ins, the outs. They're just tired because they're ready to end a cycle and start a new one, right? And that's, the old year going into the new year. But also, 9s are about wish fulfillment. And they're about, like happiness and independence and being able to look back and say, I did this by myself. I grew this garden. I, accomplished this course. I graduated this school. I mastered this job. Like, take it as it resonates and apply it anywhere it goes. But emotional balance deals with stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. So I feel like a lot of you in the year of 2024 are going to be coming to a place where you're more in tune with your own sexuality, but also you're going to be more at peace with yourself. You're going to have this newfound sense of emotional balance and fluidity, and it's going to be harmonious, that no matter if you're traveling the world, or you have like a homestead, you're going to find this sense of stability no matter where you're at, because in your mind you're grounded and at peace. And I love that for you, Taurus. I mean, that's the whole point of meditation, is finding a peace, finding a place where you can be at peace with yourself amidst all of the chaos and craziness around you and around this world at this time. I'm feeling like, Taurus, you're going to be coming into a time where you're really coming into your own, really getting to know yourself well. And I feel like that's for many of you. Some of you may just be embarking on the journey, but I feel like just seeing this reading and knowing that that's coming up, like, I feel like it helps you with a really grounded, good sense of knowing as you get started on this path. Okay, one more for Taurus, please. So, I don't know if I said it or not earlier. I've been saying it. Sorry if this is kind of all over the place anyway, too. I've done so many of these readings, and they're just longer readings, but I know I said them in some of the other readings. I recommend journaling this. I don't know if you've been taking notes, but it's always good to journal this. I like to use a planner. That way I have access to calendar, but also space to write notes. But, things like the numbers, dates, what the numerology means, the different herbs to incorporate throughout the year and things like that. But with these crystal message cards, I recommend that if you don't have them already, that you go and support your local metaphysical shop and maybe build an altar and use whatever 2 stones that we pull up for your reading today. Put those on your altar for the year. You can wear them in jewelry, necklace, bracelets, earrings, rings, whatever, or just put it in your pocket. So what do we have for Taurus? What is the crystal message card for 2024 for Taurus, please? Thank you. Ooh, okay, so this is interesting. So we've got rhodonite, and this rhodonite is top of the deck. You're going to be focusing a lot on relationships. Now, this doesn't have to be, 1 second, real quick. Okay, so rhodonite doesn't have to mean like it's just a romantic relationship. It can be platonic. These can be career relationships. These can be, with your friends and family. But it's a pink and black love stone. The black and rhodonite releases obstacles and blockages to attracting love. It clears negativity in existent relationships. Black is also the color of the root chakra, so it gets to the root, bringing emotional wounds and scars up to the surface to be transmuted, which is that transmutation energy is that death card energy, the number 13, right? Around sexuality, and that's also has to do with relationships. The color black is grounding, so it can stabilize ongoing relationships of any kind. Affirmation: as I release old emotional wounds, emotional balance, right? It opens the door for me to embrace love to the fullest. So I love this so much for you. Like, you're going to be coming into peace and coming into emotional balance. Therefore, it's going to really help boost and I feel like, I don't want to say fix, but definitely, make some of your relationships better. I'm trying to think of the word. I'm having a blank right now. Improving. Thank you, spirits. It'll definitely help improve your relationships. But a lot of this could definitely have to do with like some kind of like romantic relationship also, because we've got vitality underneath the deck. Now, vitality doesn't have to be applied to like relationships, right? It can just be like to the vitality of life, how you look at life. But red jasper is the stone. And red jasper, a stone as red as blood, stimulates life force, energy, and vitality. It helps strengthens one's chi, making it beneficial for people who are prone to tiredness or suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. Carrying red jasper encourages exercise and body movement, which leads to improved physical fitness and stress reduction. It can also invigorate the endorphins, the happy chemicals, in the brain. So that's more helping you with emotional balance as well. Like, you won't be so down in the dumps or in the slumps, like especially with your feeling invigorated with happy chemicals going throughout the brain. So affirmation: I care about my health and well-being, so I exercise on a regular basis. Vitality. Here, I'll show you. And that also plays a big part in, your personal sexuality, how you feel about openness and your beauty and, sharing yourself with others. But also it's like how you view yourself, which makes you feel a lot better. I feel like it's just going to, this is going to be a really good year for mental health overall. So. All right, last but not least, notes from the universe on love and connection for Taurus, please. I love rhodonite. I've got both rhodonite and red jasper. Not right next to me, of course, but they're fantastic stones. Great energy. Rhodonite's also great for self-love. You know, the black helps ground and protect, and you know, the pink in the stone is for love, but also self-love. And, you know, all of this also helps boost your confidence. You know, going back into the reading here, it's like you're going to be speaking your truth about yourself. It could be even about, you know, your sexuality, openness to change. You know, some of you could be changing your sexual preferences, sexual orientation even. Obviously, for some, not all. But be proud of yourself for what's gotten you here, what it's taken to get here, and the fact that, you know, you're still here. All right, so underneath the deck, all there is to love has been there all along. When you begin to find love in people and places where you haven't found it before, it's always because you've grown. You so rock love the universe. And that's what we're talking about this entire time. So this is underlying energy, but that's what I've been talking about the entire time here. Like, it's been a really long growth journey, you know, all the hard work that you put in during 2023. And this year, you're going to go even further, but it's going to be like the culmination of everything that you know, went through and put yourself through, but also grew from in 2023. And everything that there is to love about yourself that you're going to learn within this next year has been there the entire time. But it's, you know, they say sometimes you're like, you may be around something constantly. You may hear the same things on repeat all the time, but it doesn't really click with you until you're ready to really understand it. And I feel like this is the year of really understanding things. And that's where the peace and the emotional balance is going to come in. You know, it'll boost your confidence. It'll be like you harvesting from all the lessons that have been learned in the past, right? This is going to increase your vitality, especially as you honor yourself through exercise and keeping, you know, health, you know, and, you know, as a top priority. Improving your relationships with yourself and others. So, top of the deck, there's a deeper reason for each of your questions. Seek it. Guidance, attention, help, maybe. Love, always. Criticism, never. The question was, what to give others, if anything, at all? Isn't it fun being you? Love the universe. This is beautiful. So, I feel like this year you're also going to, like I said, you know, you're going to be seeking emotional balance. You're going to be seeking, you know, this sense of peace within yourself, being open up to change in any ways, you know, that it takes there to get it. This could have started, you know, now as you're watching this, maybe during Capricorn season. You could be watching this any time of year. Or Capricorn could have something, you know, to do with it. Definitely check into your moon signs, though. And be proud of yourself. You know, be proud of yourself. You know, because you've had that love within you the entire time. But this already looks like it's going to be a beautiful year ahead, you know, for what's in store in 2024. So, Taurus, this is what I have. As you know, it's Together We Grow. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. That way you get notified of all of my upcoming content. I really appreciate all of my returning subscribers. And then to the new subscribers, love you. Can't wait to read for you more. I always love sharing time and energy in this space with everyone. And I look forward to sharing, you know, everything and more in 2024. So I'll see you on the flip side. You guys take care. Peace.